Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money. With your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 707 of Screw the Commute podcast. Today I'm going to do something that I haven't done before on this podcast, is I'm going to review an article from Forbes about kind of their predictions, well, at least one of the writers' predictions on things that are important in digital marketing for 2023. So that's what we're going to do today. Hope you didn't miss episode 706. That was something, again, that's kind of pretty offbeat for me to do, but I talked about how to have unlimited energy to run your business, because that's so important, and getting out of brain fog so that you can create products and services and all kinds of stuff. Take care of customers. So that was episode 706. And of course, anytime you want to get to a back episode, you go to screwthecommute.com/ and then the episode number. That was 706. And let's see. Hey, make sure you follow me on TikTok. It's tiktok.com/@digitalmultimillionaire. I've never missed for almost 3 months now. Have done at least one video a day, and sometimes, well, the highest was 9 videos in one day. And these are all short training videos. A couple of them are funny. I had dumb domain names and things like that. So check that out. All right, let's get into the review here. The name of the article, if you'd like to read the whole thing on Forbes, is 7 Digital Marketing Concepts That Will Matter in 2023. All right. So and they did number these, but I don't really believe these are in any particular order. All right. So the first thing, and the author wrote, was short form video is queen. And she was talking about, content is king. Everybody says that. Video content is queen. Okay. So yes, short form video. That's what TikTok is. That's what has got me almost 600,000 views on just one video within 3 months. And that was, most of that was within 2 months. So very, very powerful thing. We're talking about shooting vertical, which we have podcasts, episodes here on how to shoot vertical video, how to shoot short form video. That's all, I think within the past month, I had episodes on that. So check those out. So they're predicting that short form video is going to be going even more crazy for 2023. All right, the next one. Now, some of these I've been preaching for so long. A lot of these young people that write this stuff and that they've been in business for a while, like, oh my goodness, you can work from home, stuff like that. Well, this one, it says, number 2, social media could be losing its way. The reason I laugh about that, not disparaging anything about the article, is that I've been preaching that since 2004 when Facebook started. All right, that and this there 2 and 3 are tied together here in this article. But anyway, I always knew, having lived through MySpace, which was the end all be all, and then it disappeared off the face of the earth. When Facebook came along and had you, desperately trying to get likes and build up an audience, and then I knew they were going to charge you to access the audience. I already knew that. So I didn't bother building up super big likes. And, if you look at me on social media, I don't look like anything. And I hit multimillionaire status, even before that social media came around, and to this day. And so I could see I needed to get them off of there onto my email list, which is what I had been making money on for 29 years. All right. Not at that point in 2004, but now 29 years, it's all email. And that's what their number 3, she says, audience development is critical. And she says the reliable strategy for generating a captive audience is through email. Oh, gee, I never knew that. Yeah. So anyway, they're promoting the fact that the money is in email, building an audience, and it's a better audience because people that have actually opted into your list are more qualified than people that just trip on your crap on social media. Now I call social media a necessary evil because people will check you out. If they're thinking about doing business for you, they'll check you out. Even if you're still in the dreaded job market, they look at all your social media now as part of your application before they decide to hire you. So yes, you have to do it, and you shouldn't do anything crazy and come up with controversial opinions unless that's what your thing is. But I just keep my mouth shut and talk about what I'm supposed to talk about. All right. So anyway, that was 2 and 3. Social media could be losing its way, and audience development is critical, which is through email. All right. Now, number 4 is something that is just, going crazy recently. It says leverage artificial intelligence. And yes, we'll be doing more of that all through this year. People are already doing it and immersing themselves in this chat GPT. I forget what the heck it is. Because half the time I can't get into it because it's overloaded. But I'll use it just to generate ideas and stuff, but I will not use it to write books for me and to write articles for me that are easily identifiable and third-party softwares are coming out to identify artificially intelligence generated stuff. I mean, so there's going to be a battle between artificial intelligence and the people battling against it because of plagiarism and all that stuff. But anyway, it's certainly a handy tool. So I'm all for it, except it is not going to replace the real creative minds out there. All right, now number 5, it says, this is another one I crack up on because it says pursue co-marketing and collaboration opportunities. Well, I wrote a book years ago and have been doing it the whole time I've been in this. My book is called JV, How to Be in Front of a Million Warm Prospects in the Next 90 Days. And yes, that's going to continue, but it's not anything new for 2023, put it that way. Number 6 is capitalize on the podcast audience. Wow. This, I could have written this article, I think. So I saw that coming in about almost 5 years ago now when I started this podcast. Prior to that, I poo-pooed podcasts because everybody was just hearing themselves talk and there was no audience. Nobody was making any money. But now with it's just going crazy with podcasts. In fact, I'm doing a new podcast guesting course I just rolled out. I think 3 people signed up for it yesterday, and to teach you how to be a great guest because there's so many new podcasts coming out. They need guests. I think last year there was almost 22 million episodes that needed guests. Now they're not all guests. Like for instance, this one, I didn't need a guest, but there's millions and millions of opportunities to promote yourself by being a great podcast guest. So it says capitalize on the podcast audience. Okay. You can either have your own podcast, be a guest, or both. All right. And number 7, it says focus on SEO that matters. And again, this is not anything kind of new. I mean, we quit, really in-depth SEO has to be now 6 years ago or more, where I just saw that it's too much trouble anymore and too much noise out there to make any headway. It takes forever. You got to kill yourself doing it. And it could take 6 months to get any kind of traction at all. And then Google turns one little dial and you disappear off the face of the earth. So hopefully this person knows enough to, when they say SEO that matters, and she tried to avoid keyword stuff in this thing. And I'm saying that's crazy. It's still, everything is based on keywords. However, she did make a good point that we're talking about authority. You want your sites to look authoritative. But I tell you what, like I said, all of that work to do that. I mean, if there was one thing I would say, and I did a podcast about this a couple years ago, if there's one thing to work on, besides your basic keyword placement and that kind of stuff, is inbound links. to have a link building program, because if a lot of quality sites are linking to you, like if Forbes was linking to this lady, that helps her out a lot. But if just some dinky site is linking to you, it doesn't help you out that much. So getting good quality inbound links is good, because you don't have to fool with it all the time. It's like all these sites are saying, wow, you're a good site. You're so good, we're linking to you. So that's worth it. And I would say putting frequently asked questions, which I've done episodes on that, are worth it. But not killing yourself and spending a lot of money on SEO is just ridiculous. So anyway, that's the article. Let's see, what's the name of the thing again? 7 marketing concepts that will matter in 2023. Nothing earth-shattering here, but the artificial intelligence is probably the newest thing that is ready to roll, that you need to get a handle on and take advantage of whatever it can help you with. But don't depend on it to run your business. I mean, we're not at that point yet. So quick recap. Let me get my paper out here. Short form video, absolutely. Social media is losing its way. Audience development is critical. Those are both. Email. Get people on an email list. Artificial intelligence was number 4. Pursue co-marketing. That's joint venturing, which I've been preaching for years. Nothing new there. Capitalize on the podcast audience. Yep, that's certainly worth it. But again, nothing really new. That's been for the past 4 or 5 years. It's growing like crazy, and it'll continue. And then focus on SEO that matters. That's the critical part that matters, and it's not a big pain in the neck and costly and time consuming, and then it's all worthless at the end. I mean, we've switched to paid traffic and email. That's where we make our money around here. All right, well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hey, if you want to get on that podcast guesting course, check it out at screwthecommute.com/great podcast guest. I still have 7 slots left. I assume that they will go pretty fast, because it's a killer course and can put you in front of literally millions of people in the next year with a warm introduction. See, because you're being heard by people that already love the host, and it's kind of an implied endorsement when they have you on the show that you're good. See, it's way better than advertising. I mean, we do advertise all the time, but I do podcast guesting. I'm on other people's shows all the time. And so besides having your own show, which is another great opportunity. All right, well, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Check it out at screwthecommute.com/great podcast guest. All right, we'll catch you all in the next episode. See you later.